Today we're going to discuss tax preparation services and what it looks like to work with us to get your taxes prepared. My name is Tony Cameron and I'm with TLDR Accounting. We are a strategic tax and accounting firm that works with small businesses, individuals, and non-for-profits. Today we're going to talk about what tax services we are going to be offering for tax year 2019. So we have changed them a little bit. All of our packages do include tax preparation. So preparation of your individual tax return or your business taxes. But we have included some additional tiers. And one of the things to look at is what makes sense for you and your personal situation. So our biggest package is going to be the Shield and Crystal Ball package. This is going to be recommended to anyone who has RSUs, rentals, self-employed, and if you're not on any of our business plans. So this includes tax preparation, IRS account monitoring. IRS account monitoring that's when we'll monitor your account with the IRS, and it gives us access to any changes that might have been made or any forms that have been issued in your name. So this is, say if you forgot to give us a 1099-B from an account, we'll get notified after the tax return has been filed, and we can respond before the IRS sends a notice. So this is great to make sure you don't get any fines and penalties and you don't receive notices from the IRS. And what it covers is it's going to cover the current tax year. So if we're preparing your taxes for 2019, we will monitor your 2019 tax account with the IRS. This is also really useful for any fraud issues that might come up. So we're keeping an eye on your account, and if we do see something pop up, we'll ask you about it. What if it's fraud? We then can start that process with the IRS immediately instead of it being a couple years before the IRS sends a notice about what was going on. We'll also respond to any IRS notices. What this means is with the account monitoring, we can then respond to any changes that are made to your account that you might have forgotten to give to us, that were on your radar, or if something comes up. So, we can take an eye on, we can amend your tax return before a notice gets sent, with the goal, of course, saving any penalties and interest along with stress. It also is going to include a video review of your tax return. So it'll be what changes we see compared to last year, what is driving your taxes up, and any recommendations for increasing your withholdings or things to think about for next year. Finally, this package also includes a tax tune-up. Tax tune-ups were something we launched this year, and clients tended to love them. What we do is we do a projection of your tax return. So in this case, it would be your 2020 tax return. We include recommendations for withholding, estimated tax payments. These tend to be done in August, September, or October. If you get our Shield and Crystal Ball package, you pay for it up front, but you get a discount on it because we know then that in August, September, October, you are going to have a tax tune-up done, and we can then at that point just schedule it in, start bugging you in August for the information we need, and get it wrapped up and sent to you. It is discounted if you include that with your tax return, though this is something that you can add on after the fact. So the step down from the Shield and Crystal Ball package is the Shield package. And this is going to be our default package moving forward. It includes tax preparation, IRS account monitoring, responses to IRS notices, and a video review of your tax return. So it does not include a tax touch-up or tune-up for the next year, but it does include everything else. It is going to be useful for anyone who might forget to give us any documents, might not be keeping track of all of your accounts, but it also is useful to cut down any worry or stress about receiving any mail or notifications from the IRS, because we do receive them on your behalf and you don't have to deal with it at that point. We would be the ones who are dealing with it. Our last package is our basic tax prep services. All this includes is your tax return. Our starting prices for that are starting at $525. That'll increase as we move into January. We are capping the number of tax returns we are going to be preparing for next year. At the rate we're going, we will more than likely be starting a wait list in mid-January for anyone who doesn't sign their proposals that we send out in December and early January. So what'll happen is we'll start sending out proposals in December, and if you decide to hold off on sending that until, say, February, we may or may not be able to fit you in. So our general recommendation is to contact us as soon as possible if you do want us to work with you for tax preparation services. The big thing to keep in mind is, like I said, our default package is going to be the Shield package, which does include IRS account monitoring, responses to IRS notices, and a video review of your tax return.